The following program was produced or sponsored by a community member. The content, views, and opinions expressed are the sole responsibility of the producer and do not reflect those of Malden Access Television, the City of Malden, or your cable provider. MATV welcomes your comments. Please call us at 781-321-6400 or email us at access@matv.org.
Okay, are we?
Feel me?
Are we
chip
wrong?
vibes, rather win the chip on that timing. Feel me? Take no losses. Word.
Well, there you have an enthusiastic Piston player. That is Metka, and yeah, he's over here talking to us when he should be warming up. But in any case, I am your host, Dustin Mr. Dudley, along with Coach Cliff Williams of the Kings, of the longest reigning champion, MNBL champion in history.
That's right. 3 years?
3 years, 3 years. 3 years. And that ref Rob Tuttle bringing us the action behind the camera. So, Coach Williams, we have the #1 undefeated Sixers against the #2 Pistons. So, the way I estimate it, Coach, all pressure is on the Sixers. The Pistons are almost playing with house money.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, oh, sorry. Well, listen, for both sides, right?
Yep.
Sixers have 6 guys. I didn't know this is. Sixers got 6 guys. So, I don't know. If you're the other team, you probably want to pressure as much as possible, try to get him into some sort of foul trouble. And on the other side, with the Pistons, they have so many guys, it's going to be hard to get into a rhythm, maybe. You know what I mean? So, I think, I don't know, first team that establishes themselves, I think they're probably going to end up, in better position. 5 minutes left in the game, 3 minutes left in the game.
Now, yesterday, the Sixers basically waltzed into the finals, into the big dance, because they played the #6 seed Bullets. You heard me right. It's #6 seed, not the #4 seed Lakers. But they surrendered their 4th seed because last 3 games, no players. 5th seed was the Hawks. Those players quit a while ago. So they went down to the 6th seed and they waltzed their way in. Whereas yesterday was a much more competitive game. Team 2, Team 3 are always the most competitive games. 2nd place Pistons, 3rd place Sonics. A tale of 2 halves. The first half was all Sonic. The second half was all Pistons. And they came to the big dance.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make it yesterday, but I did get a recap from a couple of the coaches, and exactly like you said. I don't know, being undefeated, sometimes, you need a little adversity, right? So you see how you guys can come back from that.
And I don't think this team has had any adversity this year.
I don't think so. I mean, what happens third quarter if they're down by 10? Do they fold, or do they come back? So we'll see what happens.
What happened if they get into foul trouble? And their main man is Ross Dyer, and he is not only the best player on that team, he's the best player in the league this year. If I had a vote for league MVP, I'd cast it for that young man.
Sure. From what I hear, this isn't even his best sport.
Yeah, baseball.
Yeah,
he's a pitcher, right?
Yeah, I guess he wanted to say kind of active or whatever, so he figured he'd play basketball. It's nice of him.
Yeah.
But, it definitely lifts the level of competition up, having him on the team. I don't know, with all these guys, I think they can keep throwing bodies at him, try to get him off his rhythm or something like that.
Yeah, the Pistons, as you said, the Pistons has all these guys. At one point, Coach Williams, I thought the Pistons had like 15 guys. I looked out the bench and I just keep on seeing more Piston jerseys.
It kind of looks like that out there now, but they look like they're focused. They definitely look like they're focused.
The Pistons definitely have championship pedigree. First of all, acknowledgement for former head coach, the late Paul Conrad, who passed away last week. He was a longtime head coach for the Pistons. He played on the Sixers. He graduated back in 1994. And in 2003, Coach Williams, the game was supposed to be Pistons-Sixers, but Sixers did not make it to the big dance, and the Pistons went on to advance and beat the Celtics. So I got to think that Paul Conrad's probably looking down right now on this game, a game that was supposed to happen in 2003. And just smiling on the boys. So the Pistons have dedicated this game to the late Paul Conrad.
They need motivation, It's sad what happened. It's unfortunate. But he's definitely here with us, him and Lisa, watching down and Maybe that's
Shy Cohen, who is a kinfolk to Commissioner Ken Johnson, who of course is the commissioner of this league, who had started this league way back in 1987. And I talked to Shy. I said, Shy, do you know that if you take home the title, that you're going to be only one of your kinfolk that take home a title in a league that your uncle created? Because Ari couldn't do it. Ari played for the Celtics 3 years.
Right.
Ari couldn't do it.
Right.
And Maya, the older sister, never played in this league. So it's Shy could bring home the champions. He can get a ring. Yes.
That's right. A lot of pressure on him. I wonder if he knows that.
He does know it because I talked to him about it before. He definitely knows it.
Well, he's a cool character, so I think he'll be all right.
Chris Callahan, head coach of the Sixers. Sean Hickey, a man that you know very well.
Yeah, Sean was on my 2008.
2008. Well, we can just look at the banners. 2008. You know, that was
2008.
Yeah, that was the year when you guys and your Sixers beat the Hawks, and that was like one of the better games of the MNBL. Overtime. Yes.
Right.
The league was kept on going back and forth. That was a high pressure game.
Unbelievable.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, your man Josh McCown was on that team.
He was. We had a few characters on it. If I remember correctly, I think it was we had a play for Guy Osiris.
Yes.
And instead of passing to Guy, Ricky Douglas decided to shoot himself. And it was the most beautiful sight I ever seen. And the rest is history. We had so much momentum, they weren't coming back after.
Right. So we are down to less than 60 ticks. So, Coach Williams, who do you have? Do you have the Sixers or do you have the Pistons?
I think I have the Pistons in an upset.
You got the Pistons in the upset. Pistons in the upset. Well, you know what? I kind of like the Pistons in the upset as well. Do I want to go on the record? You know what? I'm going to say that the Sixers finished the job. But if they don't finish the job, this will be the first undefeated team that did not finish the job, and they will go down in the annals with the 2007 Patriots that went 18-1. And the one that you have to lose cannot be today.
Right. Well said.
Commissioner Ken Johnson has everyone at the center circle just going over the rules and all that, and we want to see a nice, clean, and competitive game. We have fans in here. We have not capacity because we are still in the pandemic, but we do have fans in here, and so you put on a show for the fans, put on a show for yourself. This will be a game that they will be talking about for the rest of their lives. They are vying for the richest prize in all of recreational sports in the city of Malden. They are vying for the big gold ball. They are striving to get the ring, the bling. And today's contest will be reffed by the A team of referees, Bernardo Stroud, Jovan Walcott. They have been refereeing for the past 8 years. Before then, they were longtime coaches in this league. They brought home 3 titles, 2010, 2011, undefeated both those years, to become they won 36 straight, becoming the perfect dynasty. And their last season that they coached, 2015, they took it all home. And they left a team behind, a powerhouse team behind, that they could have come back one more year and been double champions, but they knew they were leaving. They were going to go to refereeing ventures, and they wanted to leave the teams in good hands. Like, they did not want to leave the team bereft of all their weapons and stuff, left them in good hands, and that team came in first place that year. And that team went to the madness, but did not get out of the madness. What sucks for them? When you left there, Coach Williams, I thought you thought that your day was done. I think you were coming back.
He left you again, huh?
Looking for the scorer's table to start it off, and Cliff is dapping up the Sixers. Sixers win the tap. Dahlia, he's going to take a deep double. That's two. That's two. Coach Williams, what's going on here, brother? Ball back in Dwight's hand. Two.
To the rim, to the rim.
They have a jump ball. And so I can get my paper stats here. We got the Sixers, Pistons.
Okay, I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back.
You all settled in, brother? Coach Williams, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Are you feeling some type of way because the Sixers, now you had the Sixers for the longest time, and I think this is the first Sixers' first trip to the big dance since you have left them. So any type of feeling some way that you'd like to see the Sixers win?
You know, not necessarily because it's the Sixers, but because Chris Callahan played on my...
That's right. He played on your 2000 Celtics team.
That's right.
That won the whole thing.
That's right. So I'd like to see him, and he's not playing me.
Yes.
You know, I have gone up against other assistant coaches, Joe Young, Eric Ribeiro.
Yep.
And I played against them, and we beat them, fortunately. But, you know, I'm okay with Chris winning.
Okay. Bobby Sparto spots it up, and Johnson, the weak side rebound, put it back and could not capitalize. 4-2 Sixers lead right now. Right there, coach. That was nice, good ball transitions.
Excellent ball movement, yeah.
Scored for Darren's Rock.
Looks like they're going man.
Yes. It's very interesting going man, and you don't have a bench. You have one person on that bench who has to play a ton of minutes due to the slide and scale rule.
Jump ball.
Oh, yep, he took steps. Took steps.
That he did, a little anxious.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's early. We're only a few minutes in.
Yeah, you're not going to, and the one thing that you're not going to do as a player is that you're not going to look side-eyed at these referees. These referees are definitely going to have this game under control. he almost made two the hard way. Dyer. And they're just all in his jersey, rocked outside around the perimeter.
To the rim, to the rim. Keep driving, good job.
Abdus did not maintain a legal guarding position.
C5.
Commits the harm. It's a turnover.
Turn around.
Spot will go all the way in, and it's off Lou. Rock to Dyer. To Tao. Cohen's in there.
Trying to feed Cohen down low. He's got a little size.
Come on, Shai.
Shai Cohen know his strengths. His strengths is in the paint. He's made a career out of being in that paint, putting up shots. Doing the dirty work that needs to be done. Cohen wins the tap. And Dyer
Goes it away.
Spoto. Kick the Dos Reese. Back to Spoto. Turnover. And as I said, Cohen there on the weak side rebound.
It's like the Sixers are getting ready to make their first substitution.
Yes, combo 10. Did you hear that?
Yes, I said.
You already said it? Damn it.
There we go.
Gee know me.
Darren. 2-3.
Geronimo checked into the game for the Sixers. Silky smooth is Ross Dyer. The Sixers.
The three for the
Sixers up by 8. 10-2.
nice pass inside. Oh. Turnovers are killing them.
They certainly are.
Saying if I got to do it again, you got to sit down.
Some type of conversation between the Sixers bench and official Bernardo Stroud.
Good call.
With 2 minutes left to go in the first, Sixers are up by 8. 10-2.
Help him. Someone come to him. I need a pass.
Sparta was all over Dyer.
Get on the floor. Nice hustle.
Timeout. You know, that was actually a good timeout because player was going to travel. Player was going to travel, so that was a...
You're right. It's a good call.
Yeah, that was a good call. Player's going to travel. So... Oh, I got to tell you something. To be a referee, you got to have nerves of steel, and you just got to have Teflon and things that you just don't care. And all of those qualifications are for Bernardo Stroud, because damn it, he is a Stroud. That's S-T-R-O-U-D. And let me tell you something, Mr. Williams. There ain't a Stroud in the world that I have met that did not have that same attitude. So do not irk this man.
Funny, I grew up with a few of them Strouds. And I can concur everything you said. All right, here we're going. Pistons right now are on a pace for 8 points for the game. That's not good.
Not good whatsoever. So
straight up. There we go.
Yeah. The big man, Augustine.
Probably gonna follow on that shit too.
I tell you, Sparta right now is doing a good job on Dyer, but Dyer threaded that needle and found Shai Cohen there. Down low in the paint, 2 more points, increasing their lead to 8 points. 12-4 with 1 minute and 10 ticks left to go in the half, and Abdias. I know I'm probably butchering his last name, but I apologize to all the fans out there. Rock's going to take all 3 of these. Side rims it. Weak side rebound by Augustine. Sparta's been on the ball. He has less than a minute to do something with it. Johnson. Oh, that good intent, but bad pass. Six o'clock on a timeout, so both teams have burnt a timeout within the first 10 minutes of this 2022 MNBL championship game that we affectionately call the Big Dance between the first place undefeated Sixers and the second place Pistons.
Looks like the Pistons might be arguing a few calls during their timeout instead of going with their players right now. It's more important things right now than arguing.
Commissioner Kevin Zoss is asking a good question. Why can't folks just relax? Be calm, relax. Just don't understand it. Just relax. Relax. The intensity is definitely cranked up a notch when you come to the last game of the MNBL season.
Yeah. 12-6, is that 6?
12-6, yes. 13. Make it 13.
We played man against us. There's 4 guys.
You got that right. He was sitting on that. I was looking at it, but it didn't even register.
30 seconds left. Nice pass to the corner.
You got that right. He didn't look. He just threw. He's like, I don't want it.
Hot potato. Hot potato.
Yeah, I don't want it. What's it doing in my hands? Now you double team, but that leaves Tao wide open. But Johnson got a piece of it.
Excellent block. You know, they're not in that bad a shape considering they only scored 10 points through the first 8 minutes of the game.
10 points. I'm seeing 6 points that they scored.
2 points. They scored 2 points in the first 8 minutes of the game.
Okay. Yes, that is Tuttle math. That is Tuttle arithmetic. I just know what I heard, Coach.
You think America heard that?
Yep, and these the A team, they're going to make them all tuck in their shirts. Got to tuck them in. They're officiating the game. They got their shirts tucked in. So the players are going to do suit because they're going to be looking sloppy. And I got to tell you right now, speaking about looking sloppy, and he tucking out his shirt. He's pulling out his shirt that, you know, Bernardo Strauss, a stickler on tucked in shirt. Stolen by Dyer. Is he going for the flush? Did not go for the flush. Spotter from the corner. Hits the side of the backboard.
Body language already.
Yep.
Body language already.
Cohen to Tao. Barnett with a strong rebound. Sparto to Barnett. And Pistons call a timeout.
Breathe, boys.
You want to go beat somebody up?
Someone should tell Bernardo to smile. Bernardo.
Let's go, ref. Let's go.
Because they just don't know. Bonnet kicks it back out to Sparto's going to take all three of these and drains it. Seven-point lead for the Sixers, 16-9.
1-3-1, huh?
Right. Pistons in the 1-3-1 defense. That was a travel. That was a travel. He did not come down simultaneously with 2 feet. You have to be. It was simultaneous, yes, yes, but he came down, which is a travel.
Good hustle and good no call by the refs.
And the Pistons, instead of worrying about the whistle, they got to play to the whistle.
That's right. Ooh.
Hey, Rob. Go Don't leave. Don't cheat.
There it is.
Commissioner Ken Mazzonson loves when the A team referees the game because they come over and report every foul and stuff. They come over because I know you, Commish. Hits on both free throws at the line where everything is free. That Sixer defense. Into Johnson to Barnett. Barnett with the recover. The Pistons are having a tough time putting it in the net. Cohen.
Oh, with the backboard.
Geronimo getting ready to check in for the Sixers. Sparto.
Go.
Yes.
Good hustle, baby.
Doris Riss took it right to the hole. Did not look behind him and he said, I'm going to score this one.
That's what they have to do. No fear at all.
They got him with traveling, they got him with steps. Oh, no, he I'm surprised. Monaco was staring a hole in him. I'm surprised that Monaco did. He's going to get teed up by Monaco. Monaco's going to tee him up. I told you, these referees do not play. He is going to get teed up. And for the record, that was a travel.
Certainly was. That's the second one, I believe.
You are correct.
Get in front of him. Got to get in front of him. Stop the ball.
I mean, you got it all. And then all stuff here. You're not doing it. I know you do it. I know you did it. You're not.
They did the right thing taking that play out because he's about to get a technical, in my estimation.
He was headed down that road. They can't afford that.
Why's that gone?
You know me.
He said to you. He said to me. You don't care.
Sparto right inside to Augustine. Augustine was hacked in the act.
No Kings game. He showed up his games. It's funny though. That's hilarious. I like these cats. I'm good. That's what. He's an ad, not some trouble.
Augustine, that was a sweet-looking shot, man. Sweet-looking shot for the big man.
That was pretty.
Yeah.
That was pretty. Can he do it again? Or was that a fluke?
We'll find out. He's taking his time. Taking him a whole 10 seconds. That's what you should do.
That's right. Good for him.
That looked good going up.
It did. It actually looked pretty good.
After this, it's done now.
Nomi to Cohen. Fouls on the floor.
Cohen's a little shifty, huh?
Yeah.
He knows the angles and all that stuff.
Yeah, he knows geometry.
The three.
Back rims and long rebound by Dos Reis. Squatto fouled by Nome before the shot. There is no continuation. I gotta tell you, instead of complaining, you know, these folks, these players want to complain and all this stuff. They are not going to influence the whistle.
He's stopped two threes so far.
Sparto for three. He's a little bit happier now since he hit that three.
They have the lead to 5.
They got him for steps.
1 minute. Sit down.
Uh-oh. They're not going to play. They're going to get a technical. I tell you, they done pissed off Banaco Stroud. And it's going to be a long game for them. Let me tell you. You just accept the whistle and move on. Sparto for three.
2 points.
Good, strong, good weak side rebound by big man Augustine. And it's Sparto's. They say Sparto is feeling it. A little bit too much dribbling. Kicks out to Metcalf to Dos Reis. Gets the friendly roll.
And it's a tall foul game.
22s are wild. And you know what, Coach Cliff Williams, this goes to the point of what you said at the pregame, that the Sixers have never faced any adversity this season. So what do they do if they're down by 10? They're not down by 10, but they were up by 10, and they and they got outscored by 10. What do they do?
I don't know.
You're speechless just like I am. You're so speechless you're not even talking into your mic. Oh, okay, so we got Darren's Rock and the assistant coach. He's ruining the game. He said every game, no call. Well, this is the first time that these referees have been here. So, it's just like, listen to what he said. Every game, no call. But it's the first time that they've refereed here. So, the call is the call. You got to suck it up. And I had him for traveling twice.
Traveling ruins the game.
Yeah. You got to earn these things. It's not given. There now. Can he finish?
1 minute.
Smart heads up play by Ross Dye to draw that foul.
It's been money from the line all year.
You're not going to play around with these referees. Tao's a traveling. He was a traveling man. Oh, that was a good pass to Johnson. He goes, you know me. Actually, Guinomi created the contact on that, which is why there was a no call. And I gotta tell you, Doris Rest is not playing around when he has it, and the Sixers are losing. I'm not even sure if I've ever seen the Sixers lose the entire time this season. Have they ever not had the league this year?
I don't think they have. Oh, I am enjoying this game now. Nice passing. Oh, maybe one too many.
Sparto to, wow.
Good hands by Dyer.
Dyer was taking that all by himself. And we are down to less than 60 ticks. Another Doris Reds back to Sparto. They keep on looking for the whistle. It's not going to happen. To Guinomi, he blows the bunny. Blew that bunny too.
No, on the floor. Johnson bringing it.
It's Johnson. He might as well go. He's right there.
Oh, come on. Help him.
Sparto spotting up. At the end of the half, we seen something that we did not see all season. We seen the Sixers with a double-digit lead get erased, and they were actually down by one. But right now, they are up by one, 25-24. Coach Williams.
Ooh, someone predicted an upset at the beginning of the game. I think it was me.
It was you.
Probably me. I'm halfway there, baby. No, it's a good game. I'm really enjoying this. Seems like everyone's a little tight right now. They're arguing the calls and all that. I think they'll come out because they got to know. They got to leave the refs alone. It's not going to help you at all.
It's not going to help your causes. If I'm the coach of both teams, I tell my players, you leave the referees alone, okay? One player said the call wasn't made all year. Well, it wasn't made all year by these guys because it's the first time these guys have been here all year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jovan Walcott just last night, he was an official of a high school championship basketball game just last night. You know what I'm saying? And that is, you don't apply for a position like that. You got to get nominated. You got to get elected for that. So this is the A team in terms of refereeing. So you know what? You just play whistle to whistle. That's it. If it doesn't go your way, make it up on the defense.
That's right. They got to work through adversity. Looks like they're doing okay. I mean, they started out with 10 points in the first quarter.
Right.
2 points in the
For Coach Cliff Williams, at Ref Rob Tuttle, that's us Dudley. We'll see you after the half.
Peace. Looks like it's a jump ball.
Rock to Dyer.
Shots, they're taking it. Got to stop it. Where's the fish shot?
I'm having problems here myself, Mr. Williams.
Tangled up. This is both.
Shoot it.
Adams Rock with the 2.
Bottle. Foul.
That's what you gotta do.
Yep, got taken out. Actually, the Pistons, the Pistons are getting away with a uniform violation because we got Mekbar right here, number 3. Those are not league-issued shorts, and nobody's caught it. Wow, he walked him right into a violation. It's out to Dos Riz.
Come on, get on those boards, boy.
Driving left. Nice pass. Excellent pass. Excellent.
That shot went up awkwardly because he's a lefty. He went on the right-hand side, but he made it. He's going to take all 3 of these and Tao with the weak side rebound. Augustine coming down with it. Into Big Augustine. Oh.
Nice looking play. Nice looking play. Down his rock, going to the hole. Misses the layup. Big man with the rebound. Run it, run it. No one's with you.
But somebody's going to get a technical. Like I said, somebody's getting a technical.
How can we help the Sixers today?
Well, Nestor, you called the technical, but I think you might have said it was going to be on the Sixers.
I said somebody on the Sixers bench is going to get a technical.
I mean,
and I still stand by that.
You still got time. I wonder what Mr. Rogers thinks. Is he there?
Mr. Rogers right here. He's sitting here shaking his head.
I'm sorry. I thought he was taking a nap. My bad. My bad.
And the Sixers have possession.
The killer.
Not a turnover, Sixers ball. Nomi to Cohen. Take that little shot. Dyer taking all 3 of these, drains it. increased the lead up to 2 touchdowns. 14 points, 45-31. Timeout, Pistons.
That Pistons technical was pretty tough.
Yeah. You know, you're going to be, you're going to argue with the men who wear the black and white striped shirts, and you're not going to win that argument. You just play ball. You play to the whistle. You know, if you don't get the call, or if you don't get the call that you think that you should get, or if a call that's been made against you that you disagree with, so what? You are not going to win. They made the call, and that's it. And chances are they were right and you're wrong. They know the rules.
How we feel?
And I'm really concerned that all this game is not being recorded because I'm having problems back there.
Well, let's hope it is. Let's hope it is. Let's be positive.
I'm trying to be positive.
The thing about this technical is that the player was almost to his bench. It almost seemed like he kind of wanted to get it. Because he was on the court. He walked all the way over before he got it.
Right.
And the referee was way over there. You know, he could have avoided that if he wanted to.
Sparto back rims it. Abdeas ends up in the hands of Rock, who passes off to Dyer. Nice pick by Nomi.
Nice pass.
Foul on Nomi. I believe that's on Guy Nomi. That is Guy Nomi.
How many is that on him? Do you know?
I don't know. Augustine with the Bonnet. Rocks come down with it.
Make a good shot. Right. All in screen.
Dyer scored that on his way, sitting down on the floor. Nice basket by Sparto.
45 seconds left. Third quarter.
Sparto got 20 seconds to do something with it, down by 12. Seconds.
Good D, good D.
That was very good defense.
Don't let him shoot. Don't let him shoot it again. Don't let him.
Buzzer beater. Water was tossed on the court and it came from the Sixers bench. And they are just lucky that the referees didn't see that. They are just lucky that the referees didn't see that because, you know, that was, I ain't seen anything like that since Louis Catucci back in the, back in the OLG when he kicked that water bottle and Chuck Rogers was like all over it.
10 more minutes, cuz. 10 more.
So I just got a stat from the commish. He told me that the Sixers scored 25 points in the first half, and then 25 points in the third quarter. And I tell you, I think it was sparked. That third quarter was sparked by that technical.
Right, right.
You know, it's a 4-point turnaround. Then they get the ball back. It's tough to come back from when you're already down 7 or 8 points. You know.
Well, we've seen the Sixers face adversity for the first time this season. They went into the locker room at halftime. They made the adjustments, and they came out and they matched their total of the whole first half in the third period. Sixers ball for the last 10 minutes of regulation in this 2022 season. Cohen's the rock. Loses it. Doris wrist. Creates the contact himself. And scores. The towel. Cohen. Rock with the putback.
Good D, guys. Good D. Good D.
Big Augustine.
Good job.
Stolen by Rock.
Pistons need a couple of breaks here. Try to get it under 10 points, maybe. 3 would be nice.
Sparto. Abdias with the putback.
Stop boxing out. Put a body on now.
Down to 11.
Cohen at the line where everything is free, and I don't think that he's a particularly good free throw shooter. Let's take a look at this.
Not by that shot.
Yeah, not by that shot.
Ooh,
coming in at 43.8%.
I know who to foul. He gets his own rebound, gets the shot up again.
Nomi to Rock.
This is pick.
Sparta with the runner, couldn't go. Strong finish by Rock.
Oh.
No, not you. I said personally.
7 picks for each other. Let's go. Wide. Hey, wide. Corner. There you go.
Rock dribbled off Cohen's foot to Tao to Dyer. Dyer bangs down the front end of 2. Hits them both.
Hey, no rush there. No rush. Make it stop and slow it down.
Pistons call a timeout.
Get a breather here. Get a drink.
5 minutes left, baby.
So, Coach Williams, unfortunately, your title reign comes to an end in 5 minutes and 6 ticks.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. You know, I'm used to setting records and then, you know, see if someone else can come in and all that kind of stuff. But it's not about me. You know what I mean? It's about the game.
I hear you. I hear you.
About the game of basketball. You know, me and Coach Rogers, you know, we get together once in a while. We talk about what could have been, what might be. We got a nice crew coming back next year, so we'll see what happens. A couple good picks, all that stuff. So yeah, things are. I'm all right. Everything's all right.
Good.
Long discussion in the off season. A long discussion. Probably more than one discussion. Maybe we should switch roles.
Could you please tell him no?
Kid.
Oh, that's a nice pass to Nomi. Toss wrist. It's going to be a foul. Oh, nope, jump ball. Barnett created the jump ball.
Hands, good hands.
Good hustle. That's good. After 5 minutes to start.
Falls for Sparto. Knocks down the front end of the bonus. Combo over 100. I don't know if at-rev Rob Tuttle caught that, did you?
No, I did not.
Combo 100.
I was just going to say that. 15 points, 3:45 left.
On the floor. On the floor. floor. He was leaning up against him. Barnett squares up. That was a nice little jumper. It was. Yeah. Turn around, squared up. Oh, there's a double technical. Somebody received a double check.
We got a foul. We got 2 technical fouls.
That's 2 technical fouls.
Yeah, he's done.
Now, is he the player who got a technical before?
No, it was the other one. It was number 3 before. Ross hits the first of his 2
four shots?
free throws.
Well, there are 2 technicals, right?
There was 2 technicals, yes. So he's going to be getting 4 shots, yes. Actually, going to be getting 6 because there was a foul, and I'm not sure if he scored. So he could be shooting 2 and then shooting an additional 4. He's at the line marking them. Ross got 2 more shots. Seems like he's been shooting for 5 minutes now. Five for 5. 5 for 6.
And then 2 checks.
Big Augustine fouled Nomi. Guy Nomi is gonna shoot 2 of them. Double bonus. That actually looked good. Guy Nomi is 3 minutes and 2 ticks away from coming home, ending his MNBL career as a champion. Ross. A game that was once promising going into the half, Coach Williams just broke down and turned into a lackluster game.
Yeah, there was a...
We've lost power.
I think it was a tied score.
I mean, it said that.
That hurt, man. That hurt. It did. It hurt. I was afraid I couldn't get up.
Hey, ever get down without an exit plan to get back up? I gotta make sure I got a chair near me.
Those legs are certainly not as young as what they were when you put up those 3 dozens.
No, they didn't.
Yep, combo 110. Towel. Dwyer. Mugged by Augustine. And you know what? That was good defense on Augustine. You know, you're going to come to a hole strong, but don't come in at all. You know, that was a good. He went for the ball. You know, nothing's easy.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
There was, you know, there were no players on the Pistons bench. They don't have a sub. Well, I know the one guy that got ejected, he just bounced. But they don't have anybody else on the bench.
Yeah, it seemed to me like they had 7 or 8 guys.
Yeah, yeah. That's them both. Within the last 2 minutes of the game, Pistons call a timeout because I guess Barnett got hit in the schnoz.
You got a sub?
They don't have a sub.
Just leave up and leave. Fucking guy.
Kid kind of reminds me of Joe Armstrong. Remember Joe?
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of him, yeah.
We all remember Joe Armstrong. One of the more unforgettable players ever come to this league. That's a nice pass to Nomi.
Good hands, good hands. Trying to go all the way. Ooh.
Oh, Sparto came down. He's grabbing his knee.
That looked like a cramp.
Let's hope it's a cramp and not, yeah, that's what it is, a cramp, because if it was his knee, Javon Walcott would not be doing that. He cramped up.
Yep.
Yeah, the coaches use that as a free timeout. That's not supposed to happen.
There's a three from Cohen. And that's why Cohen doesn't take threes.
He said he's going to stroke these threes. I'm not sure if I've ever seen him shoot a three before, but this is his last year. This is his last game. He's going home as a champion. He's going to go home as the only person in the Mazanson clan to come home with the MNBL title. And Ken Mazanson created this league. Quite an accomplishment.
Zion just want to fuck people up now. He's out there acting good. He just hit that other two.
Looks like Darren's Rock is going to dribble this out. Barnett goes down.
That was a real injury. That was a real injury. That was real.
And Barnett's grabbed his knee. Barnett's grabbing his knee.
His whole knee buckled.
Yeah, so.
No, his whole ankle and knee.
And two of the Sixers players are over there with him. Oh, they're going to drag him off the court like he's dead weight. .5 ticks to go in this game, and he's not putting any weight on that left knee.
They have no replacements either, right?
No replacements.
I mean, it's only 32 seconds, but
what was once a promising game in the first half turned into this, unfortunately. Kickball. Well, you know, that's a good way to stop a fast break. Look, Augustine just beat bucket. Beat bucket.
Shoot it two. Shoot it two. Double bonus.
'Cause it looks like straight butter. Combo 120.
19 seconds left. 20-point lead.
These two come back next year.
I know.
I will.
Oh. 7 seconds left.
7.2 ticks left to go. We're crowning a new champion.
3, 2, 1. And that's the ball game.
And there we have it. Your new 2022 MNBL champions, the Sixers. The Sixers, they came into this madness undefeated. They waltzed, strolled into the big dance against the Bullets. Pistons gave them a fight the first half, but when it was all said and done, when the dust settled, smoke cleared, whatever those cliche sayings are, Sixers victorious.
It wasn't enough. I mean, definitely put in a great effort that first half. Made everyone want to stick around for the second half. But I still think, I don't know, that technical, it changes a lot of momentum.
Let's get a shot of. And there are the Sixers. Your new 2022 MNBL champions. Chuck Washington's going to go over there and take pictures for the league IG account.
Oh, man. Now Chuck has to take pictures of the winning team?
Yeah, that's, well, you know, he doesn't have to. He can bounce on you. You know, he can say that he was consoling his team. He could do that.
That's tough, huh?
Yeah.
Well, another season. A little anticlimactic. Couple of injuries at the end of the game. 15, 20-point lead. It's still a good game.
And the final score, you know what? Let me take a picture of this final score while it's still up there. And let me get the blasted. And Coach Sean Hickey knows the deal. He come right over here to the Cablecast booth. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Congratulations,
thank you.
Mr. Hickey. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels good. I'm happy for the kids. I mean, to go 14-0 is very tough. These kids played their ass off all year long.
Yes, they did. And first of all, I want you to clean up your language, young man. I'm only joking. You're a champion, baby, and you know, and this is not your first time on the championship stage, man. I can tell you. Matter of fact, the last time the Sixers won, you were a player on that team, right? 20-8.
With my man Cliff Williams over here.
My name keeps popping up everywhere. Geronimo!
Let's see if we can get
it's a nice three, baby.
Let's see if we can get some more. Let's see if we can get some more Sixers in his. Let's get some Sixer coaches. Hey, coach, come over here. Come over here to the big gold ball, baby. Congratulations, Coach Chris Calvin, baby. You did it, man. Undefeated. So I just have to know, when you came into today's contest, right? Knowing that you're undefeated.
Yes.
Trying to be the fourth team to be undefeated, and you don't want to lose the last. Yes, there were three teams before you undefeated.
I thought it was 5, but okay.
No. 3 teams before you undefeated. Okay. You know what? Like, what was the game plan today? I mean, you know, it's like this. I mean, the Pistons were basically playing for. Yeah, let's get your daughter here. The Pistons were basically playing with house money. What was your game plan coming into today's game?
I mean, honestly, I mean, the game plan was to just stick to the script. I mean, crush the glass. Let the game come to you. We know we have to play that minute scale. And you and I talked about this. And it's tough. It's tough when you don't do it in the beginning of the year. You know, and you got to get your bench guy, you know, a whole quarter. You know, and we did that. We got it out the way. And, you know, and hit the glass, play hard. I knew that we would win this game by, I thought, 20 plus, but I'll take whatever the score was. And, you know, and it's great being the fourth team.
The fourth undefeated team.
And 22 years ago, somewhat today, you know, Coach was my coach. I was the player, and he was the coach. It's amazing, you know, and it's amazing to go.
And the team was the Celtics.
Yes, it was, and it's amazing to be out here and just not only to win it, but to go undefeated. It feels great. It's
unbelievable.
Awesome.
I just have to ask you one question, okay? The Sixers have not really faced adversity all season. The first time you faced adversity, you were up by 10 points, double digits, and you lost that lead. Not only did you lose that lead, you were down by 1 in the first half, and that was the first time that you felt any adversity on the floor. So what did you do to rein in the troops? Because I think at halftime, you were only up by 1. You got the lead back, only up by 1. But, like, so what what was the speech in there?
The speech was, let's get some minutes out the way here. And I go, guys, I should have called a timeout or two. But you know what? I didn't, because you didn't want to listen about slowing the ball down. I go, so I let that lead go, or you let that lead go. I go, and with a little more enthusiasm, I yelled and said, let's go get this bleep game right now, because I know yous will, and we're going to get those back, and then we're going to get, I'm going to get that back and then some, and go win it. And they did. They dug deep.
They did a great job.
They dug deep, and I really checked into Guy hard, because I felt like he wasn't playing like yesterday. But they did it. They just did it as a team unit. It was great. It was awesome, and it feels awesome.
Well, yeah, I want you to go celebrate your championship with your baby girl and all that stuff. But first of all, I just want to say that we're going to try to see if we can have a championship show on Around the Rim, because we got COVID restrictions and all that stuff. And, the winning team should be celebrating all that stuff. So I really want to get the players up there and stuff. So let me see if this could possibly happen at the studio. I will be in touch with you so you can tell your players. As far as I'm concerned, the invite is there. We got to celebrate the champions.
I would hope so. I'd love to hear that song, at the end of the show. But let's get to the start of the show first, right? Let's do this. Can we please get that done?
I'm going to try to see if we can get that done.
Kids, I told them about it, and they were asking me, and I said, honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. So now to hear this,
I'm going to try to make. There's hope. I want to try to make this happen, because what also happens is that the team comes there for the fitting of the rings. They come there before the show, and so we got to try to make this happen, because if it doesn't happen Thursday, I don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, let's make it happen. And then it's a quick story about the rings. One of the players texted me last night and says, "So when do we do the ring? When do we do the ring ceremony?" After I says, "No, we got to go get fitted for that, and hopefully we can get the show." Is what I told him.
Well, I'm going to look into it tomorrow to see if it's possible.
Exactly. Did we just get your opinion of the game today?
Daddy's a champ.
Daddy's a champ.
What about you?
What?
Did you have a good time today?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Congratulations, Chris. You deserve it, buddy.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks,
Good job.
guys.
Job well done. So, Guy Nomi! Guy Nomi, come over here, brother. Come over here, Guy Nomi. Guy, let me tell you, you were one of the top picks of the Sixers your rookie year, and I was in that draft room and all that stuff, and folks were looking at your coach's side-eyed for picking you so high. But here it is now, 3 years later during a pandemic. You are a champion, baby. Talk to us.
No, it's kind of doubting me. I understand it. Maybe I had bad first year, cause sophomore, but stepped it up. Senior year, had a good win, picked up better players, good win.
I told you before today's game that yesterday's game was the best game I've ever seen you play in your MNBL career, and I said finish the job done. And I seen you today, damn good game, getting boards underneath and all that stuff. Got a couple of buckets and all that stuff. Your free throws have always been suspect, but you don't have to worry about them anymore.
Yeah, free throws have always been it was a big problem. Today was really crazy. I don't think I made any. I'll at least make one other games, but yeah, yesterday I performed. Today a little more underwhelming, but could have played better. Always can.
But that's what you got teammates for, right? They pick you up when you're not doing so hot. You guys played great today. It was a nice game, man. Nice win.
Congratulations, baby. Congratulations.
For sure.
So, Darren's Rock, come on over.
Oh, let him put his bling on.
Yeah,
It looks nice on the camera. Let him put his.
He gets his bling on. We're going to put you right in the middle. Don't trip over my equipment. Darren's, let me tell you, you started your career in the Kings organization. You started the season in the Kings organization. There was a mid-season trade. You went to a #1 team, right? And there was one game against the Lakers, the first time, if you were not traded to that team, your team, the Sixers, would have forfeited the game. But undefeated, you finished the job. You're a champion. Talk to us, brother. How does it feel?
It feels great because at first I started off with a team that wasn't really much help. I tried my hardest, but then I went to a team that was the best fit for me. And then we all worked together, a good team. We played well together, and then now look what happened. now we're champions.
Champions, baby. Congratulations, man. Damn good game. Damn good season. And you're a senior, right? You're out of here, right? Okay.
How about the refs?
I think the referees bound. Oh no, they're here. Oh no, they're both here.
It might be something new. Wrinkle.
If they want to go on the regular, we can invite them on. But if they don't want to talk, that's okay. Do the referees want to say anything, or the referees want to pass? The referees want to say anything?
Banaco? Excuse me, Banaco.
Want to say anything? First of all, this was as I said, I want to officially congratulate you on the record because you did coach a high school championship basketball game last night.
Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. Thank you.
I have always referred to this combo as the A team when it comes to refereeing. These guys been refereeing for 8 years, and there's certainly no strangers out there. They hang 3 titles up there. In 2010 and 2011, they won 32 straight to become a perfect dynasty, and then in 2015, they won a title, and they left the title on the table for 2016. So these guys know the MNBL. But this game was a good game in the first half.
Yeah, it was a good game for the first half. You had the Pistons here making shots, rebounding the ball, getting up and down the floor, matching the intensity of the Sixers. But once the outside stuff, the stuff that isn't basketball comes into play, and you can't control your emotions, there goes the basketball game.
And unfortunately, what these players don't know is that since these players have never seen you guys referee, they don't realize that when you guys referee, that game is your game. You have the game under control and all this stuff. You don't take any guff. You administer the law. Now, I see both of yous. You tell the kids what they do wrong when they come up to you respectfully and politely. You tell the referees you tell the coaches what's up when they come up to you politely. But when they get side-eyed, and let me tell you something, I know every member in this person's family with that last name Stroud, you can't come at it. I don't know a Stroud that would take anything.
Yeah, hey, I'm just down here to call a game, man. I'm not down here for all the extra stuff, man. I just want to call the basketball game, make sure these kids don't get hurt, and that's it, man. That's it.
Well, it was good to see both of you all again, and I want to know, is it in your contract to do the big dance? Because ever since you guys have been refereeing, I think you've done all the big dances.
Probably be the last time you see us do the big dance.
Our contract's up with free agents.
What do you think, Nestor? Anyone else here?
We can certainly get. We can get
Dwyer.
We can get Anthony. Yeah, Dwight.
He's got to be MVP, right?
Yeah, he got to be MVP. So, Ross Dwyer, get over here, brother. Ross, get over here.
It's hot out there.
First of all, Ross, congratulations. Now, I told you before the game that hands down, in my opinion, that you're the best player in this league, best player on your team. You elevate your teammates. You finished the job being undefeated. You avoided adversity in the first half when you had a 10-point lead and the Pistons came back and actually outscored you by 11 to have a 1-point lead, which I think is the first time it happened all year. You went to halftime with 1 point, and then you came out and you finished the job. So tell us about the season. Tell us about this game, brother.
I just wanted to rely on my teammates for this. I know they can do what they can, and I knew I can do what I could do to get this W, and that's pretty much it. So all season we've just been relying on each other, putting each other first, not trying to be selfish and stuff like that. So that's what it really came down to at the end.
And I got to tell you, you are a true MVP. You go to your practices, you come to the games. You're definitely talented, head and shoulders above everybody else, in my estimation. But you never was a poor sportsmanship about it. You scored on a lot of players. You scored on every player in the league. There have been some players that are not as talented as the rest and all that stuff. And it's just like you just put your head down and you just work. And you're very unselfish. You like to share the ball. And as I said, you elevated your teammates.
Thank you. That means a lot. We just came down to the practices, being able to get to know everyone. I didn't know really anyone coming into the season, and we built bonds over the practices, and that's really what it came down to in the end. Being able to shared like that, kind of, I don't know how to describe it. Like, you don't have to say anything to know what you're thinking. So, that's what it really came down to with them. So, props to my teammates.
Now you're a senior. You're a first-year senior. So my question is, where were you the other 2 years, brother? You could have been playing here for 3 years.
I've been focusing on baseball. I got a commitment to baseball for next year in college. So that's what I've been really focusing on. I heard a bunch of my friends were doing this, so I kind of wanted to come along with the ride with them to play with them. So it was a lot of fun.
So what position in baseball?
Pitcher.
And what school?
Bryant University.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations. Shy Cohen, come on over here, brother. My favorite Shy guy. I had a conversation with you before the game, and I said, you can do something that no one else in the Mazonson family has done. Ken Mazonson, who was your uncle who started this league, he obviously couldn't play in this league. Your sister Maya didn't play in this league. Your brother Ari played in this league and could not take the championship home, and it took baby brother on the last shot to do it. So so talk to us about that.
It was 3 years in the making. The team wasn't that great freshman year, but then growing up every day when I was little, coming to these games, sitting next to Kenny doing the book. So I was glad to finally be here, my last chance, like you said. So very happy, very, very happy.
And as I told your coach, Chris, I know that we have not had an around the rim all year because of COVID and all that stuff, but I'm going to see what we can do in terms of getting folks in there so we can have a championship show, because you guys should be celebrated and all this stuff. And also we have the fittings of the rings that night too. So I told Chris, give me a day, let me see what I can figure out on all this stuff, because I have to ask certain permissions, because again, the restrictions of people coming in and all that stuff. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to try to do everything in my power to make this show happen Thursday.
I'd be happy to do that. I always wanted to be on that show. Like I said, I always watched those shows when I was little, and now when I'm actually in the league, so I'd love to do that.
We're going to try to make that happen for you.
Oh, yeah,
Perfect,
listen,
thank you.
We were talking earlier, me and Coach over here, we were saying you're probably our favorite garbage man out there. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's a compliment.
Dennis Rodman, all those guys, you just seem to always be in the right place all the time. You don't take bad percentage shots except for that three-pointer. So we won't talk about that. Congratulations, man. That was awesome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I hope to see you Thursday. We're going to try to make this happen. Okay?
I appreciate it.
Okay.
See you there.
See you later. Anthony! Come on over here, brother. There was no way that we were going to forget Anthony. Anthony Lopez, congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you. Feels good. I think it's year 7. I didn't know that till the other day when they told me. I forgot how long we've been here, but we had a plan a couple years ago before the pandemic hit. We drafted a couple young kids, sophomores, Shy, Gee, a few others that didn't make it back, but that was the basis, what we wanted to do, try to prepare to get to this point a couple years later, which we did.
And the fruits of your labor, I mean, it certainly came to fruition. And, it all started at the tryouts. Because I was at the tryouts. When Ross Dyer stepped on the court, we all knew head and shoulders he was above everybody else. And if he was not the number one pick, that you guys needed to turn in your coaching cards.
Absolutely. He made it easy for us. Kid's a hell of an athlete. He's a baseball player, so that's why he didn't really play for the high school for Malden Catholic, but he's going to be playing college ball and baseball. And then one of the refs actually saw him playing and knows the basketball coach at Bryant University in Rhode Island. He wants to see if he wants to try to walk on, too. Play 2 sports there if they'll let him. So we'll see.
Very nice.
I mean, I got to say, too, I wish we had the show just to see what everyone thought at the beginning of the year as to how it turned out and all that. We weren't able to do that. But, what are you going to do? The times are a little challenging.
I wish we had the show. What I told Chris and what I told Shy is that I am going to find out tomorrow we can get a champion show up in there Thursday, because you guys deserve to be celebrated. Yeah. The COVID restrictions and stuff and the capacity restrictions and all that stuff. I have to see what I can do, but I'm going to try my best to have a championship show Thursday, because you guys deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great season. Personally, I feel like this is since I've been here, I think it's the best top to bottom team I've seen down here, and it's just good to be a part of it. I wish a couple of the other kids showed up. We had some at the beginning of the year we lost. I don't know how that happens when you're undefeated, but
I was just telling Darren's Rock, I had Darren's Rock over here, you made a trade at the deadline, halfway point deadline for Darren's Rock, and had you not made that trade, when you faced the Lakers for the first time, if Darren's Rock was not on your team, you would have had 3 people and you would have forfeited. Yep. What a way to lose an undefeated thing by a forfeit because lack of players.
It'd be terrible to lose, to beat yourself as your only loss, but so we got lucked out there. Got to thank this guy right here for the trade. I mean, hey, he used to coach the Sixers, so we're trying to extend the legacy here for him, but you know, we got a good kid, a senior. He wasn't, he had 1 more year, and he worked out great when he got here. He just vibed right away with everyone.
He just seemed to be a perfect fit.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a really good kid. I like Darren's a lot. I'm kind of curious, Coach. You went into half. You were up by 1?
Up by 1.
You were up by 1.
But they lost a 10-point lead.
But you lost a 10-point lead. What'd you tell your kids when you went in there?
I mean,
did they have their heads down?
They were a little bit, but I said, listen, we always come out in the second half. We always come out strong. We got the starters in there. We need you for 2 more quarters. Let's go, get it going, and get a run here right to start. And they did everything we asked.
They really did. They executed perfectly. And I think a big turning point was, I don't know if it was the 3rd. I think it might have been the 3rd, when they got the technical.
Yeah.
You know, that was like a 4-point swing, and you guys got the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, we were also telling our guys to be very careful because
we were taking bets. I got to tell you, we were taking bets that someone on your team might pick up that technical, and with only 5 or 6 guys, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's what I was pushing is just stay calm. You'll get calls, keep being aggressive. Let's make a run here. They did everything we asked.
They did. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you on the show.
I hope so, too. We're going to try to make that happen. We're going to definitely try to make that happen.
Thanks for recording everything.
So what we like to do is we like to end this up with Commissioner Kemmons Johnson. So at Ret Rob, if you could just put it over there for the cutting down the nets, and I'm going to see if when Commissioner Kemmons Johnson comes down, we can talk to him, give him the last word. That's what we customarily do, give him the last word. Coach Cliff Williams, thank you for being in the Cablecast booth with me and helping me commentate in this game. And, you know, we had some laughs and really good time.
It was a lot of fun. You know, I'm sorry I couldn't come down yesterday and you know, partake in the festivities, but I'm glad I was here. You know, and who knows what happens next year. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you have a not so great season, everyone's down. Start thinking to yourself, you know what, 22 years is kind of enough. You know, but then you start thinking about the new year and everyone's at 0-0. You know what I mean? So it's typical in this league that you have a bad year and then you can kind of bounce back with a decent draft. So I think, you know, we'll keep our options open, me and Coach Rogers. You know, he'll always be the head coach.
Yes.
Just so that's clear. Just so that's clear. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. But thank you very much, Rob, my man. Thank you for having me. Nesta, I appreciate it, my man.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll just enjoy the rest of this, and we will talk to Commissioner Kemmons Johnson. He's up on that ladder, and traditionally, historically, we cut down the net on my right, but that's gone. Alternate. I just seem to have more memories of it on that side than I do on this side. Okay, so Kemmons Johnson put up a new net. So we are definitely going to try to make sure that we have an around the rim for this Thursday. I'm going to look into that tomorrow to make sure that happens. Commissioner Kevin Johnson, that's tradition. We have you with we sign off with you. So you put that. Don't be looking at me side-eye, Commissioner. We do this every time. You know this.
I gotta get out of here. I'll talk to you later.
I understand that, but you still gotta, you still gotta end. So let's get over here. We won't keep you here long. So you know what? And I'm even gonna give you your own mic this year. I'm gonna keep you here long. So, Commish, we got through this season completely, unlike the last time that we were here was 2 years ago when the season got cut off right before the Madness weekend. But we finished the season, the 22 season, new champions, the Sixers, and you got kinfolk on the winning team.
Yeah, very proud of obviously my great nephew Shai. 2 years ago he was on the last place team, and we didn't have a season last year, and he gets to win a championship this year. So yeah, I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud of the Sixers. They were a model team all year. Never had any issues with them. It's good for Chris and Anthony and Sean that have been here for many years coaching and never got to be the champs as coaches.
In the first half of the big dance, we saw something that I don't remember seeing the entire season. The Sixers losing a double-digit lead. The Sixers had a 10-point lead, and one time they were outscored by 11 because they were down by 1 in the first half. To my estimation, that's the first time that I've seen any adversity on the court for the team all year. What was your thoughts going into at the end of the first half when the Sixers regained the lead only up by 1?
I thought anytime the Pistons played the Sixers and they went man-to-man on Ross with Jason Dos Reis, that he did a fantastic job covering him, making him work. I know that the last time they played him, he still scored about 20 or 22 points, but they weren't easy like normally. I mean, he usually is just driving by people and finishing his layups and hitting his open shots. That wasn't the case, particularly in the first half. The third quarter, he rose to the occasion. He had probably about 18 points in the third quarter alone. And then, unfortunately, Jason checked out in the fourth quarter, and that was lights out at that point. But you're right. It was a gut check time for the Sixers because they had not faced any kind of adversity up until that point.
I am not going to keep you here, Commissioner, but I do want to say that I am going to ask some questions tomorrow to see if we can have an around the rim, because we got to try to get everybody in there safely. And before we do around the rim, we have the ring fitting and all that stuff. So I'm going to try to see if I can make this happen and try to get permissions and all that stuff. It's just we have players in this league that know the history of around the rim, and they know that they're celebrating that last show. We got coaches there as well. I'm going to try everything in my power to make this happen, including the fitting of the ring. So I'm going to try to let everybody know tomorrow what I can find out, and what I can do and how we can do this.
Sounds good. I'll wait to hear back from the powers to be at UMA.
Okay. Well, I'll be seeing you.
All right. Thank you. Next.
Gotta get our freshman on.
Freshman and our senior time.
Yeah. Come on. You gotta get your freshman on. Big shot. Hit the big three.
Historically, I ended with the Commissioner, but you guys are champions, so.
Okay. I scored 2 points, man. Like that, I got on the board, and I'm so happy. Like with 2 free throws.
And you got on the board with the 3. Was that a 3 or was that a 2?
It was a 3.
That was a 3. And let me ask you a question. When you shot that 3, were you thinking in your mind, Geronimo?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys. I hope to see you guys Thursday night. We're going to try to see if we can make this television show happen to celebrate you guys. I will be contacting your coach tomorrow, and he will be contacting you guys, and we're going to try to do everything in our power to celebrate you guys, have you on a television show, have you for the rings fitting and all that stuff. Very good. Very good. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Well, that's the end of this 2022 season for head coach Cliff Williams, who helped me commentate in this game, for head coach Chris Rogers, who also helped me commentate in the Coaches All-Star game. Coach Young Andrew Robinson, who helped me commentate the first game yesterday between the Sixers and the Pistons. And always at Ref Rob Tuttle, bringing you the action behind the camera. I am your host, the Destin, Nestor Dudley, saying we'll be seeing use in 2023.